and welcome to Sustainability Shorts, where we talk to business leaders in the run-up to Climate Week NYC. And today I'm joined by Mark Rayfield, who is CEO for Saint-Gobain North America and CertainTeed LLC. So thanks for coming and joining us today, Mark.
Thank you.
Let's just get straight into it. Can you tell me what role sustainability plays at Saint-Gobain and really how you're seeing that change over the years?
Be happy to. You know, as a 350-year-old company that has the purpose of making the world a better home and the vision of being the leader in light and sustainable construction, sustainability is at the core of every single thing we do in every part of our business. We know that over 38% of the greenhouse gas emissions come from the built environment. So we're focused day in, day out on making sure we're making products that can lower those emissions, whether through systems that make the residential homes more environmentally friendly or through commercial systems that work on the commercial building. So it is truly the core of everything, and it has evolved both in North America and globally as something that's very, very important to the end user as well as the architect and designers.
It's interesting to see how that shift has happened and actually moving from that sense of like, we'll never abate these emissions to actually this is a really critical part of the solutions. Obviously, there's two bits that you've talked there about the products and services that you sell, but can you talk a bit more about your own operations and what you're doing there, as obviously climate change is getting more and more urgent?
We're very proud of what we're doing within our businesses. We're starting the first net carbon neutral gypsum plant that will be started up in Montreal. We're starting that project now in conjunction with Hydro-Quebec, so it'll be all hydropower running that plant. We have one already in Denmark that's opened up recently. We're focusing very heavily on offsetting our Scope 2 emissions. So we have 2 virtual power agreements we've signed that cover over 2/3 of our electricity and Scope 2 electricity emissions in North America. And every single business has a road path to a higher and higher level of recycled content. So we're recycling gypsum boards and PVC siding into our siding product to ensure that we use less and less virgin materials going forward. So those are the main paths going forward. And then in every plant, we have a roadmap on Scope 1 to make sure we're driving towards zero carbon in 2050, which means we have to eliminate all of our Scope 1 emissions as well. So variable drive engines, lighting, everything we can possibly do with CapEx to lower our Scope 1.
That's great. It's really interesting to hear all of that work. And can you talk a bit more about the sector in general and how you see the construction sector contributing to the fight against climate change?
Well, you know, when you think again about the numbers, the 38% I mentioned already of greenhouse gas emissions and over 50% of the waste that comes from the construction industry, I think we have to realize that we are one of the keys, if not the key, to limiting greenhouse gas emissions. So we have to take that responsibility upon ourselves and make sure that we're doing systems and products that allow our customers to build aesthetically pleasing homes, because people still would like to have a place they want to live, that have systems that are environmentally more sustainable. And the same goes for our commercial buildings. So it's really incumbent upon us to continue to drive innovation and training to the builders, to the contractors, the architects, because it's not that much more complicated or expensive to build a very sustainable building or home if you know how to do it and you have the right products. And it's our responsibility to do that while we work on our own house, that is our carbon emissions from manufacturing the products going forward. So I think we have a huge role to play, and we're very, very excited to play it.
Climate Week NYC is all about leadership. Mark, can you tell us what leadership means to you?
I'd be happy to. You know, we had the pleasure of doing something called Climate Fresh in our company to learn really where the carbon impact of all of us individually is occurring. And so personally, it just heightened our awareness of simple things. I mean, turning down our lights, turning down air conditioning, you know, taking the train versus planes, carpooling, these things which are relatively simple but have a huge impact. So that's really what we've been doing, and I do personally, is look for areas where we can improve on very small things that have a big impact on the climate.
Thank you for your leadership on this, and really looking forward to seeing you in New York at Climate Week NYC in September.
Same here. Thank you.
To hear more from leaders across business and government, join us at Climate Week NYC from September the 17th to the 24th. Head to our website at climateweeknyc.org to keep up with all the latest news.